Okay.
Did it play?
It played, and then it just cut off just before the title of our names came up. But it did play half of it.
Okay, wait, hang on.
There we go.
Yeah. Yes. Kiss the blackest part of my ass, StreamYard. But don't be mad, StreamYard. I love you, StreamYard. But yeah, folks, welcome to another edition of the Primetime Gorehound. I am Primetime James Thomas here with the Gorehound himself, Paul Bird. Happy 4th of July to all the great, beautiful American people, not just American people, but all the beautiful people that is watching on this lovely, lovely Monday. Hope you guys enjoying some good food, enjoying some good fireworks. Hopefully nobody's blowing their hands off. Wasn't there? I think there was a story a few years back where I think a football player blew his hand off doing fireworks. I forgot who it was. It was a funny story back then.
Yeah, and you already know about my story with fireworks.
Yeah. People just tend to, just not want to take the fucking hint and get the fuck away when you light a fireworks. But
yeah, I got a face full of it twice.
Yeah, man, you gotta be careful about that stuff, man. Gotta be careful about that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually just came back, from a cookout. After this, gotta go to another one, so I'm definitely gonna be fat at the end of the day. I got tomorrow's workout is not gonna be fun, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. But Paul, how have you been? I'm pretty sure the UK people could give a fuck less about 4th of July. So how is your Monday going?
Well, it's been a nice quiet one, but I'm just, you know what? I'm maybe from the UK, but I'm gonna fucking go ahead and say it anyway. Happy 4th of July to you, bro, and anybody else that's tuning in. Yes, I am aware about it, and I try to celebrate it in my own little way. We'll have fireworks next month when the fireworks championship starts. But anyway, I've been doing good. Like I said, it's been a quiet day. I had my mum come and visit, and she wanted me to get some pictures of her for my photography portfolio. So I thought, screw it, why not? And just right now, just chilling out, enjoying what's left of the evening, and getting ready for what we're about to go and watch.
Yes, indeedy. And tonight, what we're going to watch is Scream 2020. Fuck that! I'm calling it Scream 5. Yes, a lot of discussion about Scream 5 on this channel. We did a review on it, and of course, we watched all 4 movies of this franchise. So what better way to, for in Paul's case, to end 4th of July than to watch the latest Scream movie? If you want to watch our review, you can go right on ahead. And also don't forget to watch all our other Scream watch-alongs as well. And of course, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and donate to the Cash App PrimePod313. Again, PrimePod313 for the official Cash App. For any donation will be greatly appreciated. But yeah, first time I've seen Scream 5 since January when I saw it in the movie theater.
Here.
I remember at the time, at that time at the review, I remember liking it okay. I thought it was a nice, solid entry to the franchise. I remember really enjoying Jenna Ortega as Tara. Was kind of on the Sam character. I do remember Neve Campbell looking absolutely gorgeous in the film, and yeah, I remember liking it okay. It didn't piss me off, It was not as amazing as the critics said. Like, it's dark and it's very brutal and most violent Scream movie yet. And I'm like, going too far. And I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as some of the critics have been saying. Like, oh my god, it's the worst film in the franchise. Like, oh my god, it's so bad, so terrible, insults your intelligence. I think it's of
each of those.
Yes, like I think it's a fine entry to the series. It's a welcome entry to the series, and I will say right now, it's the third best film in the franchise. Of course, it's not saying much. It's only 5 movies, but still, it's still Scream 1996 for me. Scream 4, I really, really enjoy. I still enjoy. And it's this. And then there's 2 and there's 3. So yeah, it's the first time seeing it since January. I'm definitely looking forward to this. I don't know, Paul, if you've seen it recently more than I have, but yeah, quick, you're just rehash your quick thoughts on Scream 5.
Well, I haven't seen this movie since I saw it in the cinema back in January. So I've had the Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray since May, and this is the first time I've cracked it open to actually watch on my home cinema screen right now. But yeah, Scream 5. I mean, for a lot of years, a lot of us thought that this shit was never going to happen because, a lot changed between the gap between Scream 4 and this one. Because think about it, Wes Craven died. We found out Harvey Weinstein was a fucking dick. Dimension Films and Miramax no longer owns this. It's ended up going to Paramount. And then we had different people involved. There was a possibility that this was going to be a remake or some kind of rehash. We had that TV series in between. I mean, the first 2 seasons, I think season 3 was good because it had the Ghostface thing going on there. But again, like I said, a lot happened. So when I saw the trailer for this, when they dropped it, I think it might have been October or November they dropped the trailer because they dropped this around the time Halloween Kills was getting officially released. I remember just looking at the trailer thinking, oh, okay, this is actually pretty fucking solid entry. We got the legacy characters back on board, and it just looked like there was a different vibe to it. I mean, it still retained the spirit of the original Scream movies, but this thing had its own flavor going on with it, because especially with the people that was involved in making it. And when I heard the guys making this were the guys who did a horror movie called Ready or... Have you seen that film, James? Ready or Not?
I have not.
Okay, well, that was from the guys. The guys who did this film are the same guys who did Ready or Not, and I have seen that film. So when I heard those names were on this one, and knowing what I've seen before, I thought, okay, I've seen what these guys can do. Let's see what they can bring to the table with this. And it actually turned out to be a pretty solid entry. I mean, okay, it's not like what critics say, when the critics overhype it. I will say that it is a solid entry to the series.
It's solid, yes.
Yeah, very solid entry. And then, of course, you got some of those people that's like, oh, they should have stopped after 3, or, oh, the first one's good, but the rest was shit. Dude, shut the fuck up. Like, each movie has its fanfare, and you got people, people say that the first one's a classic, and there is no denying that. And I know some people say that part 2 is better than the first. Their opinion, fair enough.
People say that?
Yeah, people have said that, yeah. We know that
I think I love you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, shoot me when it comes to that one. Part 3 is the black sheep of the series, and mainly because after all the controversy that the Scream series had with people copycatting, they toned down the gore. Took a 10-year gap. Scream 4 came along, and then we take another 10-year gap. Reasons that were out of their hands, and here we are with this. And if you think about it, yeah, there's 5 movies, but if you want to have like the definitive trilogy watch through, I would say Scream 1, Scream 4, and this. That's your trilogy.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. So just really quickly, I am watching this on Paramount Plus. Got the 7-day trial. Gonna cancel it after this, but but of course, Paul is watching it on 4K. So if there's anyone that's watching this on DVD or on streaming whatsoever, we are at 2 seconds in. So if you guys want to go ahead and sync up to 2 seconds when the Paramount Plus thing almost shows up, you guys can go on right ahead. Just really quickly, Most of the Zombie says, hey, Gorehounds, what are y'all's thoughts on Nev Campbell coming back for 6 and having a big role in 7? And like I said, we discussed this on the Tremors. I said, 1, why would you spoil that? And 2, And two, I'm just kind of curious because I'm kind of at that point where it's just like there's really not much you can do with the Sydney character. I think there's not much story to tell anymore.
No.
But it all comes down to execution and the possibility of Stu maybe still being alive and appearing in 7.
There's a lot of that
I'm
going around.
I'm starting to kind of give up on that because it's like if Stu wanted to come back, I'm sure they would have had him come back by now. I mean,
He's
unless
had
there's
some
a
cameos.
what's that?
He's had cameos in the Scream series. I mean, he had a brief second in Scream 2, and from what I understand, if you remember seeing the movie spoof of Stab 8 in this, the dude in the ghost face mask, that was the guy that played Stu.
Yeah, but that's not that's. I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't call that a cameo. That's just a fun little thing.
It's a nice little Easter egg thing, yeah.
Yeah.
My thoughts on the rumor we've been hearing, because at first we heard that Neve Campbell wasn't coming back because of money problems, and then you hear this again. It's only rumors. I can't confirm it. I can't deny it. The only way I'm going to be convinced is when I see an image or a trailer. That's the only way you're going to confirm it to me.
And I don't know. I'm just really starting to get annoyed with movie news sites when I fucking spoil everything. But yes, I am ready to go. Paul, you ready to go?
Nachos ready, drinks ready. We're all set and ready to go.
All right. So the rules are normally I go 3, 2, 1, play, and when I say play, you press play. And again, I go 3, 2, 1, play, and when we say play, you press play.
And if you don't press play, you're going to get a knife stuck in your neck very slowly.
Very, oh, so slowly. Hey, can you guess what movie that? Yes, can you guess what that line's from? Not fast, but slowly. Oh, so slowly.
I'm sure some will get that one. It's been a while since I even heard that one.
Yes. I'm gonna start doing that. Just doing random movie quotes sporadically in the series. But all right, so here we go. Scream 5, 2022. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, play.
We're in. Here come the stars.
We got the stars. We got the Paramount logo, which was weird because
Paramount logo.
That's weird because I'm so used to seeing Dimension.
Yeah, I know, but ever since what happened, it had to go to somebody.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm glad somebody picked it up. Same with Halloween. I'm glad somebody picked that up and finally somebody know what the fuck they're doing with it.
It's just that, I'm just so used to seeing, the Dimension. It's like when I saw Paramount, I was like, am I in the right theater?
Yeah, and then you see Spyglass, you think, hang on, I must be seeing the wrong fucking movie. And then you realize it's like, oh no, wait, this is. Oh, here we go.
All right, and we yes, and this is where we meet Tara, Jenna Ortega, who in my opinion should have been the fucking star in this film.
I blame the casting choices.
A landline phone. Who still uses landline phones in 2022?
Some people do.
That God bless them. Probably old people.
Yeah, or maybe people who just can't be bothered to get a cell phone.
I guess it's just kind of strange. I was like, they have a landline phone because I was kind of wondering like how will the Scream gimmick work in 2020? Oh, Wes, that's cute.
Yeah.
I was always wondering how will the Scream gimmick work in 2022 because the gimmick is the phone calls.
Exactly, and that's. I remember when I first saw this scene and I was listening to the good voice in the call and I just went, yeah, I know who you are. That voice is just very distinctive.
At first, I didn't think this was Roger Jackson.
What kind of group we're talking about?
I somehow knew
and it wasn't until I kept hearing him talk And then of course he does the "What's your favorite scary movie?" I was like, you bastard.
Yeah, son of a bitch, it is you.
Well, she loves you very much. Oh, what does she love about me?
Yeah, I'm glad in the credits they finally acknowledged Roger Jackson as the voice. Took him 5 movies to do it, but they finally did it.
It only took him like 27 years.
And I will say, as Roger has gotten older, he's definitely sounds more sinister in the later films.
That is true. Oh, the Babadook! Don't get me started on that damn movie.
I guess a discussion about elevated horror and all that stuff.
Listen, I don't mind elevated horror movies, but Babadook was a pile of steaming dog shit to me.
Complex emotional and thematic underpinnings.
Not a whole lot going on in it, in my opinion.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
Well, if you want to, I might be wrong with my opinion, but if you want to check it out, see what you think. But me, I was just like, eh.
A sleepover when I was like 12.
But yeah, Roger Jackson's now 63.
Woodsboro, and you don't know Stan. But your mother loves that movie.
Nice little Easter egg, her playing with the knives like Drew Barrymore did.
Yeah, very reminiscent to the first movie.
It's like super 90s.
And I gotta give a shout out to the fact that this movie is not a reboot or anything. It's like a straight up direct sequel to the previous movie. I like that.
A requel.
They started the kill scene, right? They always started with the kill scene. That's right.
I got a question for you, James. When you see the official movie poster, looking at the people that was on the poster, and you look at maybe one or two of them, I'm not going to say any names for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but when you looked at that poster and you looked at some of their faces, did you kind of figure out who the killer was right off the bat, just by looking at the image?
No, because they all try to look all mysterious in the poster.
You want to hear something crazy? I had my hunches on who the killer was, and let's just say I guessed right, which even surprised me.
It wasn't until I actually watched the movie where I predicted one of the killers.
Mm.
But yeah, but yes, I always thought I really like Jenna Ortega. She plays the vulnerable role really, really well, and plus the fact that she looks so young. Like you could buy her being like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
It made the scene even more disturbing to watch.
Well, believe it or not, Jenna Ortega is now 19.
Yeah, so she must have been
She was 18,
17, 18 when she did this movie.
So she's definitely playing the age. This is right as soon as you see that text, you think, oh shit, here we go. Answer the phone, bitch. I really think to say as well that I think Ghostface definitely was a little more sadistic in this one.
And I guess that's kind of what happens when you get older. Your voice gets a little bit more gruffier as you age, and it works for Roger here.
Absolutely, but even this incarnation of Ghostface, he was pretty fucking nasty in this too.
I want to play a game. Stab's movie trivia. 3 rounds. Call the cops, she dies. You get a question wrong, she dies.
And it's funny because if you watch interviews with Robert Englund, when he kind of impersonates Freddy, he sounds like Freddy. It wasn't like back in the day because his voice was more higher pitched.
Yeah.
They had to pitch his voice, but now he can actually do it now because he's in the 70s. He could probably pull it off now.
Yeah, he's 70, 75, and we heard that story about Jason Blum wanting to do a Nightmare on Elm Street, and he wants Robert Englund back in. And the reason why he wants him back is because he saw his villainous turn in Stranger Things.
All right, well, if they're gonna do it, they better do it fucking quick.
Well, as soon as they get the rights and issues sorted out, because right now, as you know, it's currently with New Line Cinema. I mean, Freddy Krueger and New Line. It is, New Line is the house that Freddy built.
That's fine, but Robert Englund's 75 years old. Like you gotta hurry up.
Gotta get it done.
I've yet to see X. Have you seen X yet?
Yeah, I've got a copy of X. I actually watched it a couple days ago.
I heard Jenna played really good in that too.
Yeah, it's a really good film. I mean, it's a slow burner, but when it gets going, it is really good. Fans have even compared it to the original Texas Chainsaw just because of the way it looks, the vibe and everything. It has that same tone as the original TCM. But it was a really solid movie, and I know that there's another one coming out called Pearl, which is about the villain character and her origins, which they secretly filmed back to back of each other. And that's coming out later this year.
As if anyone would still be playing. I don't know. I guess you would because your friend.
Uh-oh.
I would hang up the phone and I would just call the cops. Bitch, hang up the phone and start 69 his ass.
Yeah, really? Didn't you learn from the previous movies? You stay on the phone too long, you're pretty much fucked.
And then she opens the door. Then
right off the bat, and nice punch.
Deep cut.
It's a gut wound too. You're gonna bleed pretty bad if you don't get a scene to. Yeah, that's a deep one.
Now, who do you think this? I personally think this is
It's killer number 2.
I think it's killer number 1.
Yeah.
I personally think it's killer number 1.
We're not saying names, folks. We don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet. But I'm guessing it's. I think it's killer number 2. You think it's killer number 1?
I think it's killer number 1 because why else? How else would he or she know where she lived?
Good point. That's menacing as shit when they know how to get to your door locks. This is why I prefer a normal door and lock key, not these electronic ones, because anybody can hack that shit.
And how the doors, the sound banging on the door sounded in the movie theater was pretty intense.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Oh, I've got to mention also the guy that's doing the music this time around. It's not the original guy. It's Brian Tyler, who's did music for 2 recent Rambo movies and a couple other ones too. I just love the way this.
What do you want? Leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone.
Should have just went out the back door. Oh, I love the way that thing. He just crumbs out the shadow like that. And ow!
Oh, in the guts! Ah!
Right, she's still fighting. I'll give her that. Ooh.
Wearing Converses.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
God, that hurt. Oh, fucking hand. Well, gripping things with that hand is going to be a nightmare now.
And of course he hits his head on the fucking counter. The most clumsiest serial killer of all time.
That always happens with this dude, doesn't it? Nice stock shot there.
Oh man, I remember I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh fuck. Like I said, Jenna was so good in this. Yeah. Was so good in this opening scene.
And then here we go.
Good opener.
Can never go wrong with that. That was good.
Really good opener. Puts you right in the. It sets the tone, and tells you that they're going back to its original roots.
Yeah, which is something that a lot of people say it needed to do.
And there's Sam. Thick ass eyebrows.
Sure, they're real eyebrows.
I'm sure they're. I mean, does she have thick eyebrows in the promotional pictures?
I think so, but then again, sometimes you can get those eyes tattooed on. You know what I mean?
I guess that
is a thing.
What's a thing? Okay.
Yeah, getting tattooed eyebrows. Yeah.
No, I know that's a thing, but who would want thick eyebrows?
Well, I wish I knew.
And that's Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah, Jack Quaid.
Randy Quaid's nephew.
They look so alike.
Well, that's what happens when you get older. You look more and more like your father as you get older.
That's true. And I think the thing that's really shocking about this, for me, was that for the first time ever, the first victim actually fucking survives. Because that's never been done in the film.
She's not a good actress.
I hope she's improved in the next one.
That was a very. I understand the story is that they haven't spoken in a minute, but I think I'm going to more emotion than that.
Yeah, you should be a lot more emotional than that. Even if you have to do a bit of method acting, you gotta really show it. You can't just be like, oh shit, okay, I'll be right there.
Like, oh shit, really? Is she dead?
Yeah,
is she dead?
Like, yeah.
Did she die? I'm like,
you should be like, oh shit, I gotta get over there now.
Okay. Yeah, totally. And there's our cast. That's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son right there.
No way.
Yeah, Mason Gooden. Which is funny because when I saw him, I was like, why does this dude look like I've seen that face before? And I was like, that's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son. I'm like, oh, he reminds me of him.
I had no idea that was his son.
Yeah, that's his son.
Damn. I'll tell you what, man, when you look at the generational thing, man, you see how Eubes were in the first Scream movie in 1995, and you look at Eubes today, massive generational change, especially for someone like me. You know what I mean?
Oh God, man, I last week went to the wrestle at Iowa City, which is like a college. It's basically in front of college students. And when I was younger, I used to always go to Iowa City. Going there and seeing college girls at 21 or 18, 19 is a lot different. It's a lot different when we go there at 28.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to the point where I was kind of like, oh shit, 10 years younger than me. Oh shit.
Man, time flies by so fast you don't even realize it happens until it's too late. I gotta admit, that's a pretty nice car, even though the guy driving it's a douchebag.
He was in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah. I think he was one of the survivors.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Hang on. All right, I'm just gonna have to do a bit of search in a minute. Get my internet head on. Elm Street. Blah, blah, blah.
Not even the one that came out last year.
Quentin.
Not like a land either, but I don't consider it like a school in the cinematic education.
Most of
Yeah,
the
Carl Gurnley. He was the one that played Quentin.
things like a guy named
Yeah,
Billy
that's
Loomis
right.
and his friend with a bunch of high school kids while wearing this Halloween ghost mask.
He's been in a whole bunch of other movies too.
Paul! They said it. They mentioned Halloween.
Oh, well, there you go. They gave a shout out to the legends.
Yeah, the Halloween fans they jerked off at that moment.
No doubt they did. Yeah.
Here's another thing, Paul. I've always kind of wondered because we just saw that first scene. I've always been curious. Like I wonder because we're desensitized to it at this point.
Yeah.
But I wonder if how the newer fans, because when Drew died, that was like, oh, what the fuck? I've always kind of wondered what because this screen is introducing a whole new generation, and you're like, does it hit them the same like how that scene with Drew Barrymore, hit us, or does Halloween 2018 hit this new generation like it hit the people in 1978? Always been curious about that.
I've been wondering about that too, because horror is a very universal thing, and it's a very generational thing too. So like the stuff, I always kind of had this impression, like the stuff that scared the shit out of us back then, it might be different for people in this day and age, because like the things that we saw growing up and the things that we knew scared the shit out of us may not be the same thing for them. So I'm guessing for the younger generation, if they saw the original Scream for the very first time without watching any of these new ones, or maybe they watched the old one in preparation for this one, I guess they come up with a different, like a crucial opinion then, and maybe they go at this or they're watching this for the first time with a fresh pair of eyes. Or imagine this, someone who's watching horror for the very first time, and they're going to go for the nearest accessible thing that's readily available, and that'll be this Scream movie. So I guess there is something we probably have in common with the newer generation of people that watch horror, because they probably, no doubt, after watching the new movie, they probably go as far as discovering the older ones, and then they have an opinion on what they think was better in their mind. So like what we would consider the classics, they might think the same, or they might think otherwise. It's like it's a very complex thing, but no matter what generation we all live in, or what generations around, horror is a very universal thing, and we have the same things that scare us, just like it does for the younger generation. So, and then sometimes it might be different, but for guys like you and me, like especially me, like I've been watching horror movies since I was about 3 or 4 years old. The first horror movie I ever saw in my entire life was Day of the Dead, George Romero's Day of the Dead. That was my introduction to horror. It was my introduction to zombies. So I started off pretty gory at the very beginning, so it takes a lot for something to really stand out and shock me nowadays. But for younger generations that's watching horror for the first time because of this kind of movie, they got a lot to check out. You know what I mean? And if they're like historians, they can probably check out some of the older ones and maybe put two and two together where the influences came from, because it all can be traced back to prime sources. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. She just looks like a killer.
Yeah.
She just looks like someone that she looks like she wants to kill somebody.
Yeah, and did you notice that dude had a hockey mask tattooed on his arm? I definitely noticed it on his arm.
Yeah, like once, yeah, it was at this point where I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if she's the killer. She's like Brandy said, she got killer written on her forehead.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't think, because I had a feeling there was going to be two killers, but I had my suspicions that one of the faces I saw on the poster, I just sussed right away, just looking at the killer's face. I just knew.
Get out of my car, bro!
You don't want to wreck that car. Come on now. That's a nice car, even though it is a douchebag driving.
And I like the song. Playing the song from the original film was a nice touch.
It's a nice throwback. At least it's giving a nod to people who have been around since the beginning, like us.
Yes, only true OG Scream fans will recognize the song.
Yeah.
It's still nostalgia,
Absolutely. I just like how this just so random and sudden. Bang.
That's great. Like I love it. It's so subtle. It's so subtle. Like boop. Like bang.
It's like peekaboo, bitch.
Now I don't understand why, because in the trailer he does the thing, and then you see the silhouette of him from the car lights on the wall. Like why did not I put that on
I don't know why they took
the
that
final
out.
cut? That was a great shot.
I love that silhouette. I don't know why they deleted it. Bit of an unwise move on the editor's part, man.
But I just like the thing outside the box a little bit, boop, shank.
Yeah, there you go, done. Nothing fancy about it. That was just a straight up stab in the artery.
And there he is, Skeet Ulrich.
I couldn't believe they brought him back. I remember when I first saw this, and when I went in the cinema, I was just like, "Why the fuck is he here?" I didn't realize at first, and then when we got further in, then I realized. I was like, "Oh shit! So that's who you are."
Very interesting choice they decided to do with this character.
Yeah. Well, you remember in the trailer they said that whoever the killer is, it's got links to the past.
Yeah, that's true. It's a nice little red herring there. Because now you're kind of looking at her like, oh, she's having visions ability, so she could be the killer.
Yeah, you think to yourself, shit, she's got it in her. Nice Scream 2.
Oh God, I hope her acting is better in the next film.
I hope so too.
It's like I really hope. Because like I said, I like the idea of the same character. I'm just not the biggest fan of the actress.
Yeah, I mean, her acting she's a bit green when it comes to this. I'm guessing, is this her first horror movie she starred in?
She's acting like it's her first movie.
Hold on, let me see what she's doing. All right, let me see. Melissa Barrera. She's 32. She's
32?
She's been in the acting game since 2011.
All right, so yeah, she's veteran at this point.
Yeah, she's some of the movies she's been in. I don't know most of them, but because she's born in.
That would make sense because they said she was a little older than Tara, so yeah, it makes sense.
And plus, because she was born in Mexico, most of her early films were in her home country. Then she had managed to get a little bit of an international breakthrough with some musical called In the Heights. She was in that.
Never seen it.
Me neither. And then after that, then it was Scream. So, yeah, I think this is her first run in a horror film. So she's definitely green when it comes to horror.
There she is, Sheriff. She's now the sheriff now, Sheriff Judy Hicks. Nice progression in her character.
Still want those cakes from her?
Very much so.
All right, better grab them quick then.
And Valentine was like literally 20 years at this point, and she's aged gracefully.
Yeah. We were shocked. When we were watching Valentine, man, we were shocked when I put 2 and 2 together.
She's gotten thicker as the years went on. So, okay. All right, I like some thick lemon cakes. Lemon squares, be specific.
Yeah, gotta get those lemon squares. Not bad for 48.
Oh, not bad at all. She's still very young.
One of the movies that she was also in. Oh shit! I didn't realize she was in Rampage. Nice. And like I said, she was in the Grindhouse double bill.
This is the reveal scene, and it's like, oh God! Can we? I was like, at this point, I was like, can we just make Tara the lead character?
Put a bit more emotion into it. God damn it!
She's trying, but it's like, look, clearly got this role because you're hot. Let's be honest.
Like I said, she's green. This is probably her first horror movie she's ever been in.
Yeah, that's no excuse. Like I've seen a lot of people that were green and they still gave better performances than this.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if she's ever watched horror movies leading up to this or not. That's the thing. It all depends. I mean, she's been in this acting game for 10 years, and how many films has she done? Hang on, let me look it up. At the time, this was her 6th movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's got another film out coming this year called Bed Rest, which is some American horror thriller, which I'm just reading into this a little bit. Pregnant Julie Rivers, which is who she plays as, moves into a new home with her husband during a mandatory bed rest. Terrifying ghostly... it's a fucking super... Hang on. Terrifying ghostly experiences stated in the house. Julie suffers from monetary and anxieties for her constraints, which lead to Julie protecting herself and her own... sounds like a supernatural movie. You know how I feel about some of these most recent ones.
So clearly old Billy was cheating on Sydney.
Dirty dog.
Which makes sense because he wasn't getting any from Sydney, so makes sense. Hormone filled, testosterone filled teenage boy would do.
Yeah, a homicidal one as well.
God, Jenna is so good in this role. Like you just naturally feel sorry for her.
Honestly, I think Ortega should have been the lead role.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah. I mean, she was pretty good in X as well.
And well, who knows? Maybe when it's all said and done, maybe she will be like the lead but I was like, okay, clearly this movie's behind Sam, and it's like, yeah. I more care about Tara.
It all depends on what's going to happen in Scream 6. And again, it's a bit of a ballsy move because we're literally getting this movie next March, a year after this one. And as well as I do, sometimes when you rush a movie into production, it could potentially be a shit show. She's clearly not happy about the family secret reveal. Who would be?
But I think I can just imagine that. My father was a serial killer and all that stuff, but I'm kind of fucked up, so I'm not gonna get no ass tonight.
So your relative was a killer? Let me think about that. You know what? I'll take a rain check. I'll see you in a bit.
So, Paul, you're different because most dudes would be like, that like comedy age tool. Oh, that's terrible. Take off your clothes.
Yeah.
And that's how guys think, man. That's how we think. We don't give a fuck as long as we get the draws at the end.
Yeah. I don't know about me, man. I think it's because I've seen so many horror movies growing up. As soon as I see those red flags, I'm just like, yeah, I'm out. You know?
Shit. Pause, Paul.
Hang on. All right, I've paused at 31 minutes, 4 seconds.
God damn it.
Yes, Paramount buffering.
Yeah, it's kind of being a dick. Where do you say you are again?
31 minutes, 4 seconds.
31 minutes and 4 seconds. Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah, I had issues with Paramount Plus when I first started it because with the Sky package I got, because I got all the Sky channels. The best thing about me getting Paramount Plus with Sky, guess what? It was free. Don't have to pay for it. Whole damn package. But the problem was, though, the first couple of weeks I couldn't watch shit on it. So
1, 2, 3, 4, go.
Right. Well, I was saying, yeah, Paramount Plus has had. I mean, I got the Paramount Plus for free because of Sky, so I didn't have to pay for the whole thing. But the first couple of weeks I couldn't watch anything on it because the Sky system wasn't connecting well with it. So I had to wait a few weeks before I could watch the new Beavis and Butthead movie, which I did finally watch earlier today, and I fucking loved it.
That dude looks like how I would look when I wake up in the morning.
This is me every morning.
Like, oh god, shit, I gotta get up. Fuck.
Yeah, getting up early for college, and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I just want to lay in. But,
And there she is, Gail Weathers.
It's crazy to see how these character arcs have changed for these two. Like, they were starting to get together in the first one. They got married a little bit in the third one. Fourth one, they have midlife crisis shit. Now they've drifted apart. Just like how they kind of have in real life, but they still remain friends.
I guess. I mean, I think it's pretty interesting how if you watch the interviews between them, Nev is always sitting in between them.
Yeah. And
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's like, oh, why is Nev always sitting in between them in the interviews?
odd. And then, of course, David's life had a tailspin for a decade after Scream 4, and he managed to turn his shit around through wrestling, of course. I did see that documentary he did. It was actually quite good.
Yeah, David Arquette is a good actor.
It's just that outside of the Scream movies, his other movies have not been as successful as the Scream franchise. I mean, there are a few films.
Well, he's gotten better as the years went on.
That is true. There are some films outside of Scream that you could call guilty pleasures, but I enjoy watching. Like that wrestling movie he did, No Holds Barred.
Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble, yeah, that one. Eight-Legged Freaks, always been a guilty pleasure for me. I just thought it was a cool B-movie monster comedy. And he had a little small role in, I think it was 3,000 Miles to Graceland, which also Courtney Cox was in as well. But yeah, Dewey's character here, you can tell that this dude has been through a lot of shit and he just doesn't want to do it again. This is down on his luck, Dewey.
Which is a part of me that kind of, I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it. I mean, I understand it had to happen, but there's a part of me that kind of wish, it would be nice if he was the hero, but
yeah, we'll get there though. I think it might have been. I won't say my thoughts on it until it happens, but
it had to happen. I agree. I just think I probably would have done it just a little bit differently.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out the reasons why this particular individual we're talking about got picked for the what.
I know why, because he's the most expendable.
Yeah.
He's the most expendable.
Yeah. And plus that dude tossed a bullet more than once.
I'm about to be lost, Paul.
You about to be lost?
I'm about to be lost in the movie.
Yeah.
So if I don't speak for like a good 2 minutes, you'll know why. Because Beauty has just entered the movie.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Sidney Prescott.
God, she looks so good.
Even at 48.
In the movie theater I was in, there was like a small percentage of people that started clapping when they saw her.
Same thing happened in the cinema I was in, dude. We were watching this in IMAX. We had people literally just cheering, going, "Yeah!" And think about this too. It was for a lot of people, it was our first cinema movie back since fucking COVID. It was
32 minutes in, and we bring Sydney in the picture.
Yeah.
That should tell you right there.
I mean, look again, with what's going on, what we know about what's going on with Scream 6, I'm not mad about it like a lot of people are. I'm not mad about it at all because I feel like her character in this one, I guess you could say, was bookend.
God damn, I forgot. Young Nev Campbell was hot, but I don't know. Like MILF Nev Campbell is. I don't know why it just hits different, bro. I don't know why.
I have no idea, dude. But she's aged very gracefully. Still looks hot.
They've all have aged nice. I mean, David Arquette still looks good. Courtney Cox, not up close, still looks good.
How old is Courtney Cox now? Anyway, hang on, let me check that out.
She's like in her 50s.
Fucking hell! You ready for this?
58. I could see it.
She's getting on there, but she's still got it, so can't complain.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the facelift, but
yeah, well, this is the thing that people do in that line of work. They got to try they want to keep their appearances up, and sometimes you got to go under that knife to make it happen.
No, fuck that. Just
I'm saying sometimes, not all. I'm not saying that everybody's gonna do that, but there are some people that
fucking Dewey.
Dewey, come on, man.
Ghostface is back. Don't come here. Hope you're doing well. Like, that sounds like some shit Dewey would do.
Come on, Dewey. Yeah.
That. I love the Tatum remains box.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a real life photo of them.
It was, yeah. It was. Oh, he's bringing out the 6-shooter in the badge. Come on, Dewey. One more time, dude.
Yeah, I was really rooting for Dewey in this movie, man.
We all were. You know I was.
Nah, that's nice. I brought the music from Scream too.
Yeah. But that music has a bit of controversy when it was used in Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow, yeah.
So I was like watching it, I thought, hang on, was that on fucking Scream? What's going on here?
That's a big ass picture of Randy.
Yeah.
That's a huge fucking picture of Randy.
Shit, man. They should have never killed him on 2. Like, what the fuck?
No, that's his sister from Scream 3. I thought it was cool they brought her back.
Wow. 22 years, man.
Yeah, I thought that was cool they brought her back.
That is cool. I think she's in the... Hang on a second.
Devil's Advocate, from what I remember.
Yeah, but I think she's also going to be in... Oh! I'm looking at the cast for Scream 6. Yeah, she's going to be in it.
She's going to die.
Chad and Mindy Meeks are going to be in this. And of course, the actress you've been waiting for since part 4 is going to be in that one.
Yeah, my selling point.
They better not kill her. Because if that happens, I got a feeling I'll hear you fucking screaming from across the pond.
Like, Paul, just look at this cast of characters, and you cannot tell me. Except maybe you're the killer because that cut deep. That's great. That's great. But look at this cast. You cannot tell me that she doesn't look like a killer.
It's very hard to say otherwise, isn't it?
Like, everybody, she looks the more likely. If there was anyone I would pick that would literally drive a knife through someone's throat, it'd be her.
Yeah, I got my eye on that person. If it was me in that situation, I'm not taking my eyeballs off you.
Oh, and then the girl that looks like Jennifer Griffin Flashdance has her Randy moment.
Yep. She's definitely a horror fan. And we've all got people in that group, you and me as well. We definitely got that horror movie head thing going on at times. it's funny too because when I'm in college, right, even though I'm with my classmates and they've known me for a while, I have to sometimes explain to them some of the shit that I see in horror movies or some of the stuff that goes down because they're definitely my classmates don't watch horror movies as much as you and me would.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting me trying to explain it. And plus it's it's a generational gap because the guys in my class, they just like 20 or something, right? And I'm like nearly 40. So sometimes they call me affectionately the old man of the group, which I don't mind.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know if I could be when I get 40. I don't know if I could be around a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Well, thing is, when I started the college course, I wasn't too sure I was going to get in because they were, because of the whole age gap thing, but they could see that I was determined to do it. And I'm not the only person my age that's doing acting well. I mean, some of the students in level 3 and 4, one of them's like about a couple years older than me, but they still want to do it. They got that drive, It's never. There's one thing I've learned is that it's never too late to try and achieve the things you want to achieve. It's never too late.
Fan fucking fiction? Oh my god! Damn, man!
Fan fiction, man. Come on.
I'll just be like, listen, Melissa, can you just give me can you just give me something? Besides what that dumbass look on your face?
Yeah, she looks like a deer in the headlights right now. Like she's got.
She looks like a deer in the fucking headlights. Like, you're right. Yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah, you shouldn't have come there. You're 40 years old with a bunch of 18-year-old kids. Of course you shouldn't have come there.
Yeah, he's just like, man, what am I doing? Go and put myself through all this again.
Not just that. There's a lot of these kids that talk about shit I have no clue of.
Yeah.
But even at 28, I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, oh shit, I'm no longer in touch like I used to be.
Oh, dude, I get that feeling all the time. And I'm 38, so we both have those moments where it's like, man, we feel like we're in the wrong timeline sometimes.
Now at this point, Paul, I didn't think Sam was the killer. Because I'm like, this is twice now we saw the Billy ghost. And I'm like, that would be too fucking obvious.
Yeah, I didn't think it was her at this point either. I mean, after seeing that, I thought, nah, it's not you. But like I said, I already sussed who one of them was.
How else are you going to survive? I say, accept who you are. Let's get out there, find out who's doing this, and cut some fucking throats.
And watch where you're driving!
I'll give Skeet Ulrich this. Like, in the little scene, like, he gives a good performance.
Yeah.
Like, he's still capable of playing Billy Loomis.
Yeah, I bet he had a blast coming back doing this, even if it was brief.
Oh my god. Okay, Judy. All right.
Got those lemon cigars ready for us?
Yeah, rocking the yoga pants,
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Oh.
Like I really enjoyed her character at Scream, in Scream 4. I liked her quirky character. Like her and David Arquette bounced off each other really well.
They worked perfectly well. That was like a natural chemistry with those two.
Yeah. And then, and if you want to see how I felt about her in Valentine, watch our Valentine watch along.
Oh yeah, we had quite a lot to say about that movie.
She wasn't a problem.
No, she wasn't a problem at all. It was the fucking.
They just didn't get. Well, the whole movie is fucking garbage. But her. I mean, there was not really much to her character, but she wasn't a problem. And like I said, she's aged well since then.
She's aged pretty well. Judy Hicks, can you please put that fucking knife down?
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, Mom, you put the knife away.
Yeah, really, like, come on, man. And the fact that her son is named Wes, that's a nod to Wes Craven.
That's a nod. Yeah, that's cute.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, there is a scene later in the film, but I'll get to that when we get there. That I'm gonna point out.
Look at that, Wes getting a Janet Leigh shower scene, Psycho style. Somewhere, yeah, somewhere the teenage girls are going, woo! And
there was one in the cinema screen where I was, yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure some teenage guys are going, yes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Nah, it's all good. Oh shit.
Who is this?
Pretty ballsy to call the sheriff.
Hey, this is Ghostface, isn't it?
And I believe this is killer number 1. Still, I think a lot of these kills is killer number 1.
Yeah.
Which a part of me is kind of like, really? But
yeah. Oh shit. Now you're threatening her kid? Okay, that's it. It's personal now.
I'll say her acting has gotten a lot better compared to Valentine.
Definitely. She's, like I said, some of the other films that I've seen her in too, she has been really good.
Whoa, yes, go ahead. You keep rubbing that hair.
News crew are like, hey, what's going on? Why is the cop driving really fast?
Yes, I know. James, a stereotype of gay men. I'm like, it's a joke, sensitive people. It's a joke.
He just mentioned Psycho as well.
That would have been funny. She said, have you ever seen Psycho? No, I haven't. That would have been funny. Shit.
Ghostface, you sadistic bastard.
She gives it. Yeah, she gives a good performance. Like, you root for Judy to get to her son in time.
Yeah, and we've got to give a shout out to Roger L. Jackson yet again for just putting it on, man.
Roger Jackson gives a great performance in this movie. Great performance.
It's going to be real interesting to see what he does in the next one.
This shocked me. I was not expecting this at all.
Oh, dude, when this fucking went down, I was like, motherfucker!
No, not
Damn
Judy!
You.
No!
Damn you! In broad daylight, too! Think about that.
Fuck!
Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow, this is a very passionate kill.
Jeez.
That's a good dead face. That's a good dead face. Like, playing dead is not as easy as it sounds. That's a good dead face.
It's hard to do.
It's very hard to do, and that was a good dead face from Judy.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've practiced it a few times myself when I'm doing like rehearsal tapes, and I'm telling you, it's not easy. It takes a while to get it right.
Ah, God, sexy ass Judy, gone. Fuck. I guess she was expendable, but still.
I couldn't believe they did it though. You know, especially with what happens later on. Because when she got taken out, I thought, okay, the other one's going to be safe.
God, man, I munched the shit out of her lemon squares.
Well, you ain't going to be seeing them anymore after this.
Every day, twice on Sunday. So she's just in the front yard. She's in the front yard the whole time.
Pretty much.
And a pretty ballsy ass move, like in broad daylight,
in broad daylight and right in front of everybody to see.
Right in front of everybody. Yeah. Well, I mean, not in front of everybody. I'm pretty sure nobody's out, but
no, but still, there could be some random person going, this Ghostface don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty. That's the idea that they're going with. And nice little bit of build up here. Every time he opens the door, you think there's gonna be someone behind them.
Yeah, this was just. I'm not joking when I say this. When people were in the cinema, you could hear a pin drop.
Oh yeah. You was waiting for it.
Yeah, you could cut that tension with a knife.
And clearly the radio silence knew what they were doing.
Like I said,
trying to fuck with us.
Yeah. Like I said, when I knew who was attached to this, I knew what kind of movie that we were going to get for this. And Kevin Williams...
Lemon squares are in the fridge.
Damn. And Kevin Williams did say... did say to the guys who wrote this film, hey, do whatever you want to do. Go all out with it. Kevin Williamson gave them full reins. So they took this and went full bore with what they wanted to do.
Yeah, definitely 96 Scream vibes from this. It's in the same spirit of the original Scream.
And that's very hard to capture with a lot of movies, and this one did it.
Like I said, Paul, this is clearly killer number one doing this, and I'm just kind of like, how did this person overpower? I understand, because I hate that we have to be specific about these things, but like an average teenage boy and another average teenager. 9 times of the average teenage boy is going to be the strongest, and it's like, how do? It wasn't like with Jill, where Jill actually injured people first, then went for the kill. Like this person straight up overpowers Wes.
Yeah, there's no way if this one should have won this fight. And
look, straight up overpowering him.
Yeah. Hey, remember what I said? If you don't press play, look at that piercing through the skin. That nice effect, man. Just ooh.
Yeah, that was a good effect.
Like I said, this ghost face, this incarnation this one was pretty dark.
That was good. Yeah, I really like those 2 kills.
You know what I thought would have took that knife scene a bit further?
What's that?
Pull the knife out the side.
No, don't do that.
That would have cemented it even further.
It would have, but no, that's not what the Scream movies are about.
I know, but you know me, man. Can never have too much gore. I don't know. I guess it's because, if I was a person writing movies, I mean, you know me, I will go into like crazy detail and take it to levels.
Sam's got the same fucking look on her face
again.
It's like, my God, yo, she's as bland as fucking sandpaper. It's like rubbing your. There she is.
Gail Weathers. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, when it comes to Sam Carpenter's character, man, watching her emotions like watching paint dry at the minute.
Like I said, I get the idea of her character is cool because you have that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing going on, but it's just, if she wasn't good looking, okay, all right.
Like I said, man, she better improve in part 6.
No doubt, one of the best scenes in the movie here.
Yeah, these two getting together.
Arguably the best.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just this natural chemistry with them, and it was right there from the start.
They still had it.
Yeah.
They still had it. And I hope, everything, it appears to be cool between them, but I just hope when they initially divorced that it wasn't, tense.
Look, I'm going to read into it. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Let me see how that went down.
I mean, clearly they were cool enough to do another movie together, so.
Yeah, so if there was bad blood, would they even be wanting to do a film? All right, here we go.
And of course, it's nostalgia for the old OG Scream fans.
All right, this is what I've read so far. Listen to this. Courtney Cox revealed that she suffered from postpartum depression 6 months after the birth of their kid. And in October 2010, they announced that they had separated, although they maintain a close relationship and an ongoing business relationship with their film production, Corquette Productions. And then in 2012, their divorce was filed nearly after 2 years from separation. They are still on good terms, and they still run that film company together.
That's good.
So there is definitely no bad blood between them. It was just, I guess it was a case of, the relationship ran its course, and
it just grows apart. You just grow apart, yeah.
They just left amicably and on good terms. And
so it was Dewey that ended the relationship.
Ouch.
What's I'm like, come on, I'm okay. I'm just like, That's what did it. He ended it. You would think Gail would, but
digging up some old bones there, aren't they?
I don't know if I would have done that, but
I know. I'm just saying in terms of their characters, not real life old bones, but character old bones.
Yeah, this is a really good scene between them. Really good scene between them.
They still had it. And why the fuck did they do what they did? Oh, we'll get there in a minute.
There's Kirby. There's Kirby, and there's Matthew Lillard.
Yep, that's them. At least we know she's going to be back in Scream 6, so that's something we can be happy about.
It was a blink and you miss it type thing, but
that was definitely Matthew Lillard in that costume, man.
Dead meat.
Dead meat. You know, in a strange sense, the Stab movies kind of became like the Saw franchise with, having a lot of them. Not there's anything wrong with having a lot of Saw movies. I mean, some of those Saw movies were actually pretty solid. But you see the point they're trying to make about with constant sequels.
That would not happen. Yeah, to leave a there's a murders going on, you leave a victim alone in the hospital.
No, that in real life, that shit never
That
happened.
would never happen.
No.
And nice ode to Halloween 2 here. Her being alone in the hospital.
Yeah. There was a lot of Easter eggs in this movie and a lot of nods to the movies that came before.
Look at her face, bro. Like she looks genuinely.
Dude,
she's so good in this role. She's so good at playing the vulnerable one.
Yeah, she is legit terrified. She can easily
not legit terrified, but you know what I know what you mean though. Yeah,
she's the kind of actor or actress that she can easily imagine the situation and maybe use past experience to amplify it more. So I think there's a little bit of method acting going on here.
And then when you see her trying to use the wheelchair, she's in pain. It's like you just feel bad for her. You want to help her.
I'm not surprised, man. She got stabbed in the stomach. She got stabbed in the back several times. She had her ankle smashed and stabbed in the hands.
The old taking out the power trick, huh?
Hey, it's always been effective in movies.
Works every time. I'm just saying, like, in 2022, hospitals are not empty like that.
No. Unless it's The Walking Dead or 28 Days Later, then we'll discuss that.
Well, that's a different circumstance. So that's a virus.
Yeah. And I think you and me both know, in a zombie situation, don't want to be in a hospital.
She's bleeding.
Yeah.
You feel horrible. You feel horrible.
She's reopened her stitches just trying to move that wheelchair.
She's in wrestling terms, she is a damn good baby face. Good baby face.
Well, that explains why there's nobody around. He had his neck cut open and he's still gasping.
Yeah, but there was just one cop.
Well, they think one cop's enough for the job. Yeah, fucking right.
One cop's never enough.
No, it's not. Well, he's dead. Damn, look how big that cut is. That's a deep one.
And again, Paul, we're supposed to believe this is killer number 2, killer number 1. Like I said, killer number 1's doing most of the attacks in this film.
Killer number 1's definitely the more sadistic. God damn it.
Right, you feel sad for her.
God, dude, she's been through enough already. Fuck.
Like I said, like why is she not the lead?
I blame the casting person.
Well, I guess it kind of depends on how Scream 6 and 7 goes, but because if they want to, they could really go the route of Sam turning heel at one point. She could be the killer, and then Who knows? At the very end, Tara may be the last one. Oh, well, there's a.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen that happen in a film.
Now, this is when I started becoming suspicious about him.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. And by the way, and I'm like, killer number one, unless they got on some fucking lips in their boots, it's a tall ass person.
Yeah. That's the one thing they seem to keep making a mistake on when these films like these are around, when you have a different killer each time.
Well, I like that. I like that shot.
I love it.
And great performance from Roger Jackson here.
Yeah. Got the camera going too. And as you know, Ghostface is tattooed on me. I got most of the legends on my arm.
I just love how much more evil and sinister. I love it. How Roger Jackson sounds more evil as the movies progresses.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Look, if Jenna Ortega keeps doing horror films, she's gonna be up there as one of my favorite scream queens. Like, look at her performance here. Like you're just begging her to get to the elevator. Like how she's crawling and she's so good.
You know what, James? I think we need to check her out on X. She is putting on a clinic with this scene.
Really good performance. Really good performance.
And fucking Roger Jackson, man, he is just going on it, man. But hey, at least it's in the right place to put someone in the fucking morgue.
Oh God.
What?
Very convenient, but all right. you just happen to show up at the right time.
Perfect timing. You know, that's your horror movie cliche there, man. Perfect timing.
But I was so nervous in this scene.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you right now, people in the cinema were like, going, "Come on, Dewey, go!"
Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about. It's just like it's supposed to be who we now know it is. And it's literally having a fucking wrestling match with a grown ass man.
Oh, what's up, Philip? He's saying here, never appearing in Scream 6 and having a big role in 7 sounds intriguing. Yeah, it does sound intriguing, but again, dude, it's just a rumor. Until I see some picture or trailer evidence, I'm just going to treat it as a rumor for now.
That point blank range.
Yeah, he took it center mass.
I'm not gonna lie, Paul. Like, I guess you say I was really into this role because I really like the Dewey character at this point. I'm just like, no, don't go back, please don't.
When he did this, and I remember this on the trailer. When I saw this, I was just like, dude, I got a feeling his fate just got sealed here.
I was damn near on the verge of tears.
I was just like, oh shit. Don't fucking do what I think you're gonna do.
I love how he gets a badass moment though, but
he got his badass moment, but I wish he won.
I'm just like, no, don't go back.
And you know what fucking caused this fuck up, didn't you?
Yeah.
The phone call. Oh, god damn it!
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I thought they stabbed him in the balls.
God damn! And look at this: 2 knives in the stomach and back, and then just. God damn it!
Yeah, come on, David. Bite on that blood capsule. Come on. Oh man, bro, my heart literally broke. And saying that it was Gail that called him.
When you saw that phone call, I was just like, oh no. Best death in the movie, but I'll tell you now, people in the cinema were like, motherfucker, when they saw this. And me, I was just like,
that's a great shot.
I'm not joking when I say this. I almost dropped my drink in shock. And I rarely get shocked by anything, right? And to see that, I was just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, my heart. And then to see Gail see the body, like, oh god,
Dude,
my heart literally shattered in
dude,
this scene here.
I got a bit of a misty eye minute. Shit, that sucked.
I knew one of them had to go.
Yeah,
but I mean, and Dewey is the most expendable out the three, but it sucked. It sucked.
He was never expendable, man. This was a ballsy move. Oh fuck! I'm gonna get a stiff drink in a minute, man. I'll be right back.
And then and then plus two, and then he gives a good performance up to that point, and you want to see because he's the down on his luck character, and you want to see him win, and when he doesn't, it's like, fuck. This speaks to how good he played the role. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. That was a punch in the dick hole there. A punch in the urethra. I think that's where. Yeah, I think it's under your penis, the urethra.
Oh god damn it! All right,
and then plus two, and then plus two. This gives reason why Sydney would show up.
Yeah, I got my shot glass here to Dewey.
Oh my god, bro, she's so fucking beautiful.
I know, she looks so good. Oh, you know, I just thought of something. You know, if the rumor is true about her being in Scream 6 and then having a very big role in Scream 7, you remember those times we talked about what if they did the unthinkable? I'm beginning to wonder.
I'd be for it.
If they
but it has to make sense.
Yeah, I know. But if they figure out a way to make it make sense, and if they go where I think they're going to go with her, that is going to shock the living shit out of Scream fans.
A nice moment with Gail and Sydney, considering, you know.
Yeah, they just lost someone that they've cared about for many years.
And people forget they did not like each other.
That's the crazy thing. They like Sydney fucking left hooked her twice in 2 movies. And now they're thick as thieves.
Like, I will say this, the one thing I do enjoy about this movie is that the new characters are pretty well written. That I mean, of course, it was nice to have the legacy characters, but I haven't, like, you know, missed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same here. Again, it's going to be very interesting to see how Scream 6 is going to go, considering at the moment, as it stands, we've only got one legacy character left standing. As it stands at the moment. And what do you think about the idea then about them having it in New York now?
Gives us something different. Gives us, you know, a different look. I mean, kind of going to have to. I mean, because the one thing about the Scream franchise is, you know, it can get played out really quickly, you know, because the gimmick is the cell phone or the phone call. So you have to find different ways. I hope they can find new creative ways to spice it up, because in its original run, people by Scream, even kind of by Scream 2, people were kind of just already over it, you know?
Yeah. But everybody was on the Scream wagon at the time because, you know, like we've said before, this was the series that re-energized slasher movies as we know it.
And maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll do it in Scream 6 or 7. But I kind of wish they kind of just, you know, a little bit more deposition between Sam and Sydney, you know, because, you know, of the obvious connection between the two.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know your father? I gave my virginity to him.
Ouch.
You're no longer a virgin. Ooh!
You know, it's funny because I was looking at some of the teaser posters and fan posters that's been coming out with Scream 6, and one of them, no joke, was a dead ringer to Friday the 13th Part 8 poster where you see the I Love New York poster with the killer coming through it. Oh, and this is interesting. Listen to this. This is going to sound familiar to you. Scream 6, even though set in New York, filming began in Montreal, Canada.
Oh, fuck.
Deja vu? But then again, with today...
Fuck you, Sam. Watch your mouth talking to her. The greatest final girl in horror movie history.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Back down a notch, bitch.
Yeah. Relax.
Pop the brakes on.
The great, like I said, once again, the greatest final girl in horror movie history, damn near. So watch your fucking mouth.
She's earned that seat at the table. I'm talking about Sidney Prescott here. She's earned that seat at the table. You've still yet to earn your stripes, lady.
Yeah, you're a rookie. Yeah, at this point, I was suspicious of him. I was like, he's too quirky.
Like I said, when I saw the movie posters, I had one of them sussed before I even fucking watched it. Can you guess which one I'm talking about, folks? Oh, she put a truck on.
I'm just.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, James. I'm right there with you when it comes to this character in Scream 5. I'm right there with you.
Nev Campbell is so fucking hot, bro.
I know.
See, like I said, like I said, like normally, you know, some people say, you know, white people say they say white people don't age well. She is a very much exception to the rule. Like I said, she's gotten better as she's
She has aged very well.
Oh, and then also, yeah, in the past two movies, Kevin Bacon and Nev Campbell. What movie were they in together?
Shit, I need to look that up.
I didn't give a fuck about the movie. I only cared about the lesbian scenes, but
oh yeah. Oh, hang on. All right, I gotta point this out here, folks. This party scene, right? If you look at some of the guests in this movie, it is cast members from the previous movies. Blink and you miss.
Yeah, you blinking and miss it, yeah.
But the bit when you see them all raising the glass to Wes, not only was it for that character, but it was also to the legend himself. There you go. See one of them in the background there in the black?
Who was that?
They almost look a bit like Roy Culkin. Could be wrong. Almost looks like him. Oh, we've been here before with this scene.
Look, man. Even though she just looks like a crazy bitch, I think I would smash Mikey Madison.
Might be the last person you smash before she kills you, though.
No, like even though I may end up regretting it, or for those that watch me, Quez, and Mark's A Thin Line Between Love and Hate review, yes, even though she may possess the devil's pussy, I still might partake in it.
Oh, fuck it, why not?
Listen, man, shout out to all the men that's partaking in the devil's pussy and had their lives ruined because of it. But hey, at the time, it's worth it because fucking a crazy woman is sure is an interesting experience.
Oh, no doubt.
Look, like it's so she's telling you she's the killer in this scene.
Yeah, look at her eyes.
I ain't gonna lie. When she said "I am," I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, "Are you throwing a red herring at us?"
But at first I was like, one, I thought they were about to kiss for a second, and Look, come on, you felt that sexual tension, didn't you, Paul? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I definitely caught that vibe.
I thought they were gonna kiss. 2, she made it clearly fucking obvious that she's the killer. And 3, when she said "I am," I was like,
Yeah,
I'm about to say that. Whoa, wow, that's one hell of a way to reveal themselves.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to tell you something right now. I know it's a party, but I can assure you one thing. If this was a party I was setting up, you can guess what kind of music I'm blasting as well as the movies we're putting on. Just me, though.
Fucking wild thinking about it. She could have killed.
She could have done it.
She could have killed. She could have done it right there if she wanted to.
Must have took a lot of restraint to not do it right there and then. Oh, yeah, and for folks who are watching this for the first time as well, have you noticed something familiar about where they're in?
Like I said, man, and also Mikey Madison, who was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was great in that movie as well.
I've still yet to see that film.
We're in fucking Hollywood, man.
Yeah, seriously, dude, I have still yet to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it has some revisionist. It's a good what if story.
I heard about some of the scenes that involve Bruce Lee, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, but I'll check it out.
Every time them comes on screen, I just get lost.
I noticed.
Okay, I'm good. I'm back in it now.
Oh, they're watching the first Scream movie.
First stab movie.
My bad.
I don't know if I would watch. I don't know if I would watch it.
What, Stab?
Yeah, like if my relative died because of this shit and they basically depicted him in a movie, I don't know if I'd watch it.
Knowing me, I probably would watch it with reserved opinions about it, you know. It'd be fucking tough to watch, but sometimes that's what to get over is to face it, you know.
When he basically puts on that Letterman jacket, he looks just like Cuba Gooding Jr. from fucking Boys in the Hood.
I was about to say the same thing too. That's another good movie as well.
I'm sick of this shit. And he starts punching the air. He did all of that just to get Neil Long's panties. Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro.
I mean, it was such a damn good movie. And it's funny because one of my mates was talking to me. He was like saying, hey, between Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, which one's your personal favorite? And even though I've seen both films, right? My personal, as much as I love Boys in the Hood, my favorite out of the two is Menace to Society.
Which, by the way, me and Quez did review on the channel.
I did check it out too. I don't know why. For some reason, like when I watch Boys in the Hood, it has a great story, and I love the acting in it. But for some reason, when I watch Menace to Society, it just feels more. It felt more grittier, and it felt more grounded to what happens in real life as well. Oh, not the best place to be stabbed.
Yep, and there's killer number one. Like I said, killer number one's doing most of the kills.
Yeah, he's doing that one's doing most of the groundwork, yeah. But you see what I'm trying to say, though, when it comes to Menace to Society. I get
what you're saying. But I'm gonna say now you see. Now notice how they stabbed him in the leg first, then went for the kill. I would find that more believable than them fucking overpowering motherfuckers.
Agreed.
And I like that it's small, but I like the little detail how he can't get the phone lock up because of the blood on his hands. That's a nice little detail.
Yeah.
It's something small, but I like that.
I think it's also smart also that they have that tracking app that they're using on this. Kind of like a reminiscence of the first Alien film with that motion track with Dallas in the vent.
That's fucked up that they deliberately hid in the shack to fuck with him, and then pretty sick.
It's a nice touch though.
Like deliberately went into the shack and waited for him. Got him, and Ooh! God damn!
Damn, he's shanking the shit out of him.
Vicious shit.
Ghostface never shanked people like that before. That was some straight up fucking prison yard shanking right there.
God damn.
Damn. Sitting there to wait. But yeah, this is the house.
Dude, why would you bring? It's like she is destined to be killed.
Yeah, I know it's a party, and you're gonna have a lot of people there, but I wouldn't even want to be there because you don't know what the killer looks like.
It's like have you ever seen if you are a lion and you see a wounded prey, you're gonna attack it as soon as possible.
Dude, I'm licking my chops if I saw something like that. I'll be just there. I'll be like, well, it's feeding time.
Gen Zers. Yeah, that would definitely be me. Yeah, I'd just be like, I'm just like, oh fuck, I am out of the loop now.
Yeah. I mean, I was born in '83, so I think that makes me a millennial, I think. Or boomer. I know they call me boomer, whatever the fuck that is, but you know.
I'm a millennial, so
83 and 93. I'm guessing I guess we both fit in the millennial categories. There's only like a 10-year gap between you and me.
some lesbian action.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. Yep, that is exactly the same house.
Is this the exact same house or is this a set?
I think it might be this. I think it might be the same house. The layout looks exactly the same, although it's had a couple of stuff added to it. You know, after a 27-year gap. Because I know the film was done in. It was filmed in North Carolina, and they filmed some of this even during the COVID stages. You know.
Yeah, the early COVID stages. Yeah.
Fucking a lot of movies got delayed during that period, man. We had to wait a year, 2 years before we could finally get our feet back in the pool for movies again.
Yeah, here I'm like, okay, she's not the killer. She's not the killer. But you can't give the monologue she's about to give and make her the killer.
No, you can't.
Like you can, it's like come on.
You'd make it too obvious if you did that.
God damn it, Paul, pause.
All right, hang on. All right, we are at 1 hour, 24 minutes, 47 seconds.
1 hour, 24 minutes, 47 seconds.
Yep.
Okay, I'm at the part where she's standing over her.
Yeah, with that like cross-eyed look. I'm gonna hit play now.
Yeah, I'm hitting play now. Yeah.
Go.
Like when she says, like, "Are you afraid of me?"
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think we're good.
Yeah, she's staring at the one sitting down.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, you can't give exposition like this and make her be the killer. It's like, okay, this crosses her out because it's too obvious.
Talking about cutting her up. Somebody's saying that to my face. I'm kicking you right in the face while I'm getting on the move to run. Talking about the expert. You ain't no killer. Shut up.
She just snatched the chips away.
Yeah, she snaps the chips away. I'm about a second or two behind, but
Okay.
I'm about there. We got Sydney and Gail in the car. Oh, they recognize the street. You know, once upon a time, our mobile phones had buttons. We don't have buttons anymore. It's so funny because when you watch those like sci-fi movies from back in the late '90s and early 2000s, you see these mobile phones or these PDA screens with this touch screen thing, and you're thinking we'll never have shit like that in real life. And now all of a sudden we do.
When I first saw this, I was like, oh, of course, this is how she fucking goes.
The irony.
But I love how she actually turns around.
Well, she had the horror smarts to know.
Now here, I believe is killer number 2.
Has to be. Taking too much time. See? And of course, the classic head tilt, customary for slasher movies. Well, at least she realized. I just got an inbox message from Lou. She says she's getting some shut out. All right, Lou, see you in the morning. She was watching here too. Ooh. Oh, man, you wrecked the TV. What the fuck? Oh, he got it good.
Yes, yeah. They were with that person, so. I got a lot of F-bombs dropped right now.
I'm not surprised, given the situation. Pretty suspect.
No, I believed her. Because I was like, oh, it's too obvious. After that exposition, there's no way she's a killer.
And then this.
Woo!
Straight up blast her fucking brains all over the wall.
Woo!
And when people saw that, people were like, so it's you.
Well, me, I was kind of like, I fucking knew it. But the fact that she just pulled the gun and shot her point blank in front of everybody is just crazy. It's just crazy.
It's like, I'm not the killer. Yeah, you're right. Bang.
Like that is some wild shit right there. You shoot her point blank in front of everybody.
Yeah, there's no denying it now.
Now at this point, Paul, when what the fuck is it? Amber was revealed to be the killer. A part where I was like, one, I fucking knew it, and two, I'm like, she better not be the only one.
Well, when I saw that, I had a feeling there was, before the movie coming out, I had a feeling there was going to be 2 killers.
I had a feeling it was going to be 2 too, but I was like, I'm just like,
I didn't think it was her though, believe it or not.
No, I knew the moment I saw her.
Well, I don't know why, but I didn't think it was her at first until we got to the bit with the fridge. But then when it comes to, oh, here she goes, she's putting on the act.
And then of course they don't fall for it.
They're like, oh, you think we're fucking stupid?
Oh, in the gut! Fuck! Again! She shot again!
Gary,
I hope that's not the same. Hope that's not the same spot from Scream 2.
It is. It is literally the same spot. I'm sorry, but Gale is a bullet magnet in this series. Did she get shot in Scream 3? Gale? No, she didn't get shot.
I know she got stabbed in Scream 4.
Yeah, she got stabbed in Scream 4. She got shot in 1 and 2, I want to think.
Clearly this is for the old school Scream fans.
Yeah.
No, Sydney's theme playing, going in the Stu's house, and this is for the old school fans.
Yeah. Well, Sydney, back where it all started.
Where you fucked Billy Loomis.
Mm-hmm. Motionless Zombie said he thought it was going to be one of the twins that was doing the killing in this film. I was thinking the same thing at first.
Yeah, it would have made sense. Now, a part of me was kind of thinking, it was still Sam at this point.
Yeah. Not surprising considering the flashbacks she was getting.
And she sees Tara, and then I'm like, okay, you can still make it work as Ghostface. She kidnaps Tara, ties her up, and doesn't want to kill her because that's still her sister at the end of the day. So I'm just like, because it's clearly not Tara. I mean,
yeah, you'd have to be really screwed up to kill your own sister.
So it's like, oh shit, is it? It isn't Sam. So my whole time thinking, who the fuck could be the second one?
Remember I said I had my suspicions the moment I saw a poster looking at one person. Did any of you guys figure out who it was I was thinking of?
I kind of. At this point, I was kind of waiting for Stu to show up.
I was thinking the same thing
because people did thought Matthew Lillard was going to come back because it's in his house, so it makes sense. But
I was thinking that initially too when I saw the trailer, but then, like I said, when I saw the poster, looking at some of the people, that's where I had my suspicions with at least one of them.
Holy shit, it's Ghostface!
Damn. Yeah, of course it's Ghostface.
That's funny.
Damn. They went over the ledge.
So now you're like, okay, they're all together, so who the fuck could it be?
Yeah.
And then when the reveal happened, I was like, okay, one, I could buy it more.
And like I said, people might have been surprised when they realized that this guy was a killer. But here's the thing, though. When I saw his mug on that movie poster, the way he looked, I fucking knew right from the start he was going to be one of them. Just the way he looked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He made it so obvious.
I was kind of bummed because I was kind of like, so we're not getting Stu. Fuck.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling it was going to happen. It was either going to happen or it was not going to happen. It might happen. You never know.
Yeah, he looks just like his dad, especially when he smiles.
I know. It's a scary thing about it. You know what? It's funny too because I actually met Dennis Quaid when we were doing filming. I was an extra in that TV series Fortitude, and it was one of the scenes in the bar, and I actually saw him in person.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And this is when Mikey pretty much becomes the character she played Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
She literally starts playing the same character.
Yeah.
Where I'm just kind of like, okay, just kind of relax a little bit. But I mean, at first when I saw this film, I was like, damn, relax. But then I saw her in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And now, as you know, with the Scream movies, we got to have the explanation behind why this is happening.
Which I kind of wish they kind of stopped doing.
I know, but that's the problem, though. With a lot of slasher movies, you got to have that explanation.
I understand, but I'm just kind of like, that would not happen in real life. But you just kill him and get it over. Yeah, you motherfuckers could have made it if y'all just waste the fucking time.
I mean, I think the best explanation I've seen in the Scream series would have to be the one from Scream 4.
Scream 4 and of course Scream 1. This explanation, though, I get it. I the whole toxic fandom.
Yeah. We have seen our fair share. Here's a recent story for you. There was a recent, I don't know if you saw this news report. This is a video game related one, but the guy who was creating the Monkey Island video game, he is no longer going to be posting information about the upcoming game because toxic fans have been sending him dick pictures to try and get a release date out of him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and other video game developers are saying, all right, back the fuck off, you cunts. You shouldn't be doing that, especially if someone who's a legendary video game creator like this dude was. Now, okay, granted, there's been times where I get pissed off with a video game getting delayed. I'll make sometimes just jump on the chat box and say, all right, come on, guys, just tell me the fucking release date already. But sending dick pics to someone or sending threats, now you're taking it too far.
Now that's a fucking villain. How did you know? About your father? I mean, it's a small town and your mom's a drunk. I met Richie on the steps. So
He is lost her fucking mind, dude.
Like I said, she's just playing the same character from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, just look up her monologue. Like, it's the same character.
I'm gonna see if that movie's available on Netflix and Prime, and then I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, she plays one of the Manson, part of the Manson family.
Oh well, that makes sense. that figure. As soon as you said that, that figures why she's like she is now.
Can't have a bona fide Halloween without Jamie Lee.
Oh, by the way, Riggs wants his...
They said it again! They said Halloween again! They said Halloween!
God, dude, it's only a name of a movie. Jeez.
No, these... Like I said, I love the Halloween fans, but goddamn it, some of them need to fucking chill.
Well, you know I'm a Halloween fan. I got him tattooed on me, and that's just
I'm a Halloween fan too, but I'm just like... I'm not a fucking mark about it.
I'm not a crazed fanatic. Yeah, I know. I'm not either. Like I said, I got tattoos of characters to just show how much I like them, and that's as far as it goes for me. And I also enjoy the movies. The fans.
Now, did you think Sydney was gonna die?
Looking at this the first time, at this point, I was thinking it was very likely. Oh, by the way, Jack Quaid, Riggs wants his handgun back.
Look at the love interest. Are you fucking stupid? I even had you convinced it could be your sister.
As you can hear, I'm about a second behind, but it's all good.
What do you mean she's not here?
You're not as persuasive as
Oh, sister's on the move.
that's for you.
God, the old VTech phones, they're still around?
That's a great question.
Seems like they are.
Yeah, Tara, get her ass! Get her!
Bang! Knockout.
Beat the fuck out of her. She's the one that broke your leg.
Yeah. Keep hitting. Keep swinging. Yeah, and take this fucker up for stabbing you too. Go for that. That's gonna hurt.
Oh shit!
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, they're going for it.
I don't know if I would have done all this in the kitchen. Like, that kitchen seems more action than I tried to think of a dirty joke. I couldn't think of one in time.
Yeah. That kitchen has been through a lot. Oh, shut up. It is your fault, you bitch.
Classic heel move.
Yep.
Get the upper hand, you do the begging. The old Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. She just said she killed Dewey.
Damn. Oh.
Which I'm kind of like, a little ass, scrawny ass girl did that to Dewey. All right, fine.
Typical movie logic, that happens.
I guess, but it's like, okay, just scrawny ass girl, just overpowered Wes Statham. All right, fine, cool.
I know it doesn't make sense, but in that world, it does. Oh, you bitch.
I do like that Courtney Cox actually has a moment here.
Yeah, I'm glad she gets this moment. Payback
Which
for
makes sense because she killed Dewey, so yeah.
payback for what she did. Go on. Fucking blaster one. Oh, fuck off. By the way, how would you like your serial killer? Medium rare or extra crispy?
Now I'm going to spoil it for you, Paul. That's how she dies in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I'm okay with that.
So when I saw that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I was just like, damn, so Scream 5 just, okay.
Fire depths is her thing, I guess. Come on, girl.
And this is when Sam gives in to the rage.
She has to at this point.
Interesting position they kind of put Billy in, where he's kind of helping the hero.
Yeah, almost like an anti-hero type thing. And the way he looks, he's like, "Yeah, go on, do it." See what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, go on, do it. Make me proud, girl." Ooh!
Ah, she's giving into the rage. She's giving into the rage.
Go get him.
She's showing what she's capable of.
Keep stabbing.
Oh, shit.
You keep a score how many times she stabbed him?
I forgot how many times she did. God damn.
I must have counted about at least 15 to 16 times. Fuck your ending.
God, shit. The good old neck slit.
Make him die slow. Fuck, I had it coming.
She definitely has her father in her.
Even did the knife clean.
Which could be very ominous and could be foreshadowing.
I got a funny feeling this is going to be a prelude to what's coming later on. I just got that feeling.
Because she just showed that she has it in her, that she has a dark side.
Yep. And I got a feeling something is going to happen to her that's going to make that come out. Because we all got that monster in us. We all got it in us, man. Most of us are able to keep a lid on it, but it takes something really extreme to make it come out. Oh wow, she's still.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I guess that meat ain't edible now.
I still prefer the Babadook. Huh, great.
Still prefer that fucking movie. Ugh.
But I'm glad. I'm glad Tara got the last laugh and she killed. That's awesome. That's awesome.
For what she put her through.
Yeah, what she put her through. Yeah.
It was very poetic.
But yeah, when it comes to the Sam character, it's like there's a lot of things that you could definitely do a lot of things with it for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see where they're going to go with this in the next two movies.
Well, I mean, she could use that dark side and use it for good, on the good guy side, or you could make her turn heel. Like there's plenty of things you could do with it if you just do it right.
Wouldn't it be very interesting if you had one Ghostface killer siding with the heroes and the other Ghostface trying to off them?
That'd be intriguing.
That would be a very interesting twist.
A babyface Ghostface. I mean, that's an intriguing idea.
Yeah. But again, I'm going back to what I'm saying when it comes to Neve Campbell. If the rumors are true about her, I got a feeling they might do the unthinkable.
They might. They might, just it would make sense. But I don't give a fuck. As long as at the end of the day Tara is the last one standing, I'll be happy.
Well, they better not kill Kirby off as well while we're at it.
No.
Because I'll be screaming bullshit if that happens.
You'll be screaming bullshit.
Yeah, I'll be hearing you screaming from across the ocean, I know. As soon as the film's over, we come back home, I'll see you on the chat box going, this is bullshit.
Oh, God, I'll be going crazy on the Discord.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to try and play moderator in this one. Hey, we'll see what happens. March 31st, that's when it's out.
I'll say this. Like, if we don't see, I mean, obviously we're going to see, we're going to at least see Courtney Cox. But if this was the last time we'd see Gail and Sydney, I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
Because there's really nothing more you can do with these two.
No, there's no more. I mean, Dewey's gone. Gail got her payback. Sydney Prescott, she's got her own life now. She started over.
She's been moved on. Yeah,
she's done with this shit.
And like I said, and what have I always said? Sydney was. I mean, I guess you kind of say it still kind of came back to Sydney a little bit, but she was a part of the story. She wasn't the story. Yeah. And from what it sounds like in Scream 7, she's going to be a part of the story again.
Yeah. So. For this one, if you look at the credit billing, she wasn't the top villain name.
She wasn't.
And neither was Courtney.
Melissa was.
Yeah. Very reminiscent there, that house. I'm pretty sure that's a set, though, because that's a
set, yeah. Look at the backdrop. Yeah, that's a set. That's a set. And it comes full circle,
Yes.
That's nice.
Legend.
That's nice.
And of course, it wouldn't be Scream without that little bit. Well, yeah, there you go, man. Scream 5, solid effort.
Yeah, Scream 5 that is Scream 5, folks. Your first time seeing it since January, and my thoughts have not changed. It's still a very, I mean, it's a Scream movie. It's a Scream movie. It hits all the buttons. A solid entry. Like I walked away from the theater not mad at it. I walked away satisfied.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as far as saying that was probably my most impressive movie since the first. For me, it's a solid entry. I mean, fourth one's pretty cool too. I'm not taking anything away from it, but this one was a solid return to form entry. It had moments on there that we were like, man, this was funny. We had moments on there where it was like, damn, that was harsh. And trust me, there was some pretty ballsy moments. I mean, taking Dewey out the way they did, killing Judy Hicks. Because here's the thing, like, when I saw Judy Hicks getting killed, I thought, okay, Dewey's going to be safe. Whereas if Dewey got killed and Judy Hicks was still alive, I would have thought that. But no, they were like, no, fuck that. We're going to kill those two off. And that was when I was thinking to myself, okay, nobody's safe. All bets are off in this one. And that's what I liked about this one, was that they really did show they didn't give a fuck if you cared about these characters from the start. They're going to get offed, whether you like it or not. And that's something that I like filmmakers doing, just doing that ballsy move and then see how people react to it. So as much as we got shocked and as much as we got like pissed off and heartbroken, especially when it comes to Dewey and Judy Hicks, I got to give the filmmakers credit to putting it out there that anybody can get it. So, I love that. I think when it comes to the main character, Sam Carpenter, I think her acting in this one was, as you know, she is a bit green when it comes to horror movies. So I'm hoping that her performance improves in part 6. And as for her character, the fact that she gave in to the insanity that, like her dad did, again, it's going to be very interesting to see where they're going to take her character in part 6, because we know the new one's going to be in New York. And we know that some of the characters from the previous movies, the survivors, will be back. We know that Kirby's going to be back. We know that
the twins will be back.
Twins will be back in this game. We know that Randy's relatives are going to be in this one too. Will they survive?
The twins. The twins, yeah.
Will they survive? That remains to be seen. And the people that they had involved in making this, again, I think they did a really good effort. They knew what the fuck they were doing. And again, I was nervous at first when I heard that Scream 5 was getting done. The first one without Wes Craven, as you know, a lot of us were going to get nervous about it. But again, because I saw whose name was attached and I saw their previous work, and if you guys haven't seen it, check out Ready or Not and check out this horror anthology called Southbound. It kind of goes to show what kind of movie they were going to bring to the table. Ghostface in this one, he was very sadistic this time around. Roger L. Jackson, once again, I got nothing bad to say about him doing the voice of Ghostface. I mean, he is the voice of Ghostface. I can't see anybody else playing that role. It's like what you said last time, James. If you can't do it no more, don't do the Scream movies anymore. So I'm glad
it's over. It's over. You can't do it. Yeah.
It's like if you had somebody else do Chucky. Fuck it. I'm not going to do it. So it's a solid movie. So it was fun, had its moments. And if you're going to say, hey, what would be the best trilogy out of the series to watch, out of the 5 movies, what would be the best top 3? I would say watch it in this order. Scream 1, Scream 4, and the one we just watched. That's, to me, would be the perfect Scream trilogy. So, hey, let's see where this one goes. I'm nervous about the fact that they're rushing into production with this one, like 1 year after this one. I mean, sometimes it works for some films and sometimes it don't. Halloween 5, anybody? So I'm going to keep open-minded for the next entry and we'll see how it goes. But as for this one goes, I enjoyed it when I first saw it. My opinion still hasn't changed. And I thought it was a fun movie. I mean, most of the Scream movies are always fun to watch anyway, and this one is no different. So I'm going to give it, like I did last time, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. My opinion still hasn't changed. It's still fun to watch, and I'm probably going to go through the series again at some point during the weekend. And what's up, J-Mac? Hope you're doing good.
What's going on, J-Mac? Well, for me, one, I didn't have too many expectations going in this film. Not too high, not too low. Just kept it even keel, and I guess it kind of made me enjoy the movie better. And you know what? I'm just going ahead and say it. I think this movie all around, it's better than Halloween Kills.
Wow. As crazy as that sounds, dude, I have to agree to some extent because here's the thing. Even though we enjoyed Halloween Kills, there were a few things that they
dropped the ball on.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on it. I'm hoping they make it right with Halloween Ends. But yeah, I mean, out of these 2 films, again, as much as I liked Halloween Kills, Scream came out the better one in this round.
It's a better overall movie. It's a better overall movie. We will get to Halloween Kills eventually, but I enjoy Halloween Kills. Like, don't get me wrong. If you want to have a movie where you see Michael Myers go completely ape shit, that is the movie. But there's some things story wise where I just was, and I'm still kind of like, on. But
don't forget, Evil dies tonight. You knew I was going to throw that in.
Evil. Does Evil die tonight? I'm pretty sure it's tonight Evil dies. Are you sure it's tonight? Apparently it's supposed to be tonight.
I'm just reading what J-Mac says here. He said this is actually his first Scream movie, and he watched the others after this.
I'm glad you said that, J-Man, because I don't know if you just came in, but we literally just said that because like I said, like Drew Barrymore died in '96, and of course the innovation. I mean, not the telephone gimmick, because the telephone gimmick's been around since as early as Black Christmas, but the innovation of the telephone gimmick and Drew Barrymore dying, like to this day, people still talk about that first scene of Scream. And I just wonder, will this new generation talk about Jen Ortega being attacked like they did with Drew Barrymore? So it's interesting, J Mac, you say that, because I actually kind of touched on that. We touched on that.
Yeah, J Mac, if you while we got some time on the chat, tell us how you feel about the after watching this movie. How do you feel about the other Scream movies after you watched the fifth one for the first time and then going to the others? Tell us how you felt about it.
For sure. But yeah, I after watching this again and watching it now, and I've watched Halloween Kills numerous times, I'm just like, yeah, I would have to give the Scream 2022. I think that's a better overall film. But yeah, man, Scream 2022. It's a solid. It's well-made movie. Like I said, what do I enjoyed about it? I love Jenna Ortega as the final girl. Like, she has that innocence. She has presence. She plays being the vulnerable one, the damsel, really, really well. And got to a point where you heard it here, like, even when I watched it in the movie theater and today, like, I legit was feeling sorry for her. Like, I wanted to jump through the TV and help her.
And we all, man.
Just a testament to her performance. And I just kind of wish the movie was kind of more told from her perspective instead of Sam's.
Maybe that will switch to that at some point.
You're right. You're right. Maybe that will switch, in the later films. But yeah, Jenna Ortega, to me, it was definitely a highlight. I thought David Arquette gave a really good performance as Dewey. I like the whole gruff, been through the ringer Dewey that he was presented here, and I think from an acting standpoint, I think this is probably his best performance in the series.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. Yeah, this was his magnum opus performance in the series.
Absolutely, and then I had a feeling. I'll tell you, Paul, I felt this way in Scream 4. I felt that one of these people were going to die, and it didn't happen in Scream 4. So I was like, okay, shit. Scream 5. I just knew one of them had to go. Raise the stakes, and I knew out of all of them, it was either going to be Dewey or Gale. And Dewey was the chosen one, and got the best kill in the movie. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can you imagine what it had been like if it was Gale?
Gale would have hurt, yes, but I think it would have gave Dewey more motivation to be the hero at the end.
Or imagine if they did it to Sidney Prescott.
Now, here's what I probably would have done. Probably create a situation where, cause I understand the whole reason why he had to kill Dewey was to get Sidney into Woodsboro. What I probably would have maybe killed Dewey in the very beginning. Like, he'd be the first victim, and that would cause Sidney to come in. So we probably get more Nev Campbell. But yeah, I really like how they did it. And J Max says, I just have to watch 1 and 2, but I like it even though I'm not a horror fan. Okay, good. Just letting you know, 1 is the best one.
First one, dude, undeniably a classic.
For sure.
Part 2, now I know some people say that Part 2 is an improvement over the first. Hey, that's your opinion. But Part 2 is not bad.
I don't see people. Where do you cite your sources?
Listen, I'll read you what it says on the Wikipedia. Hang on, let me.
Wikipedia. That's where you're going off of.
Because that's where most of the news articles are from. Hang on, let me read it.
Yeah, read it. I want to hear this.
Hang on, here we go. Right. So it says here.
Okay.
That I'm just getting to the part where it happened. Here we go. It received positive reviews, and some people have said that it was more superior than the first movie.
Man, you know what?
I'm
You
not
know
making
what?
this up.
Superior.
That's what one of them said, yeah.
See, this is why I don't listen to critics, because of bullshit like that.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Now, don't get me wrong. I
No,
don't
Scream 2
hate.
was fun, but
I
it was
don't hate Scream 2, but come on, let's be real here. Let's be honest here.
yeah. But that's what was being said. Some people say it was the best one of the bunch. I'm like, I don't know about that, but you know. But yeah, Scream 2 is a solid effort, but it's nowhere anywhere near top in the original. Scream 3, if you do get around to that, J Max, Scream 3 is the very tame version of Scream, and it was the black sheep of the whole series. Scream 4, on the other hand, I'm sure you're gonna have fun watching.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. Jenna Ortega was great. Definitely looking more forward to her in the series. I'm actually looking forward to see more of her work because she definitely gained a fan from me.
She's in
Like I
that
said,
movie called X, so
she is. She absolutely is. Which I gotta get around to one of these days.
well, we will.
So yeah, I like Jenna Ortega. I love David Arquette's performance. Granted, we didn't see a lot of Gale in Sydney, but I thought they were there, in there just enough. Um, they give good performances for sure. And MILF Nev Campbell might be better than young Nev Campbell.
No argument from me there.
I like the cast for the most part. I liked how they were able to. You have your established. It's kind of like what WWE did with Money in the Bank Sunday. Like you have your established stars at the same time, built new stars. They created their own legacy characters, like the twins. Tara, Sam. So I'm like, okay, I like what they did. We still had something for the OG fans, and they had something for the new fans. So I'm like, okay, cool.
One of the strong points about the Scream series that I need to point out is that the majority of the cast members in each movie are likable, even sometimes the killers, until you find out they're the killers.
Yeah. I could say that. I could say that. See, I like the cast for the most part. Like I said, there was not a point in time in the movie where I missed the legacy characters.
Not having them around.
You could. Can you consider Judy a legacy? Yeah, you can consider her a legacy character.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could. Her sexy ass.
The main legacy characters, even though they weren't on there very much, I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't like thinking, man, where are they? Where are they? Like some people can be about the films. I just felt like, that they had enough screen time because even though they are a part of this story, it's not about them.
It's not about them.
And a lot of people seem to fail to miss that, which is kind of one of the things that irks me lately. Because when I'm looking at some of the horror groups that I'm with on Facebook, which I frequentize on there sometimes, and I see people's responses to Scream 5, and then you got people going, "Oh, this movie shit. It's this and that. Blah blah. Oh, the first one's better. They should have stopped after that." I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up and just enjoy them. Can't you just enjoy the movies that are just bitching about?
I think what it is, Paul, is that people have they have so much expectations.
I know, but I just get so irked by it sometimes, like when people see a movie and people kind of get ape shit about it, and I'm just like, I just got to this point where I'm just like, you know what? I don't care what people think. I'm gonna watch it, and if I like it, cool. If I don't, I'm not. It's like,
but that's why I say, that's why I say, Paul. It's just that, especially in this generation, it's like it's very black and white. You know,
Yeah.
it either has to be this all-time amazing, you know, like grand finale, grandiose type of movie. If it's not that, it's shit. There's no nuance anymore. And I believe what happened was, and this happened with Halloween, this happens with all movies. You know, you go in there, and particularly in these films, because the first film is such a classic, and the promotion for this movie was that even though they connected all the other films in this as well, they didn't just completely ignore what happened. You know, they do mention 2, 3, and 4 and all that stuff, but for the most part, it's connected to the first film, and the first film is such a classic. People believe it's going to be it's going to be just like Scream 1996. And it's like, you can only do that once. It's lightning in a bottle. You can't capture that magic again.
It's near impossible. It's
very much impossible. So I think that's what it is. It's a shame it's that way, but it is what it is. People just have these big expectations, and if they don't meet them, it's garbage. And I'm just annoyed. That's how movie critics and movie viewers nowadays have perceived things.
I know. It's like with me, like even with some of the movies that I know, like some of the movies that we talk about, there's some movies where you're just like, man, that movie's shit. But I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm open-minded to it. I'm just going to check it out. And then, you know, there's times where one of us will enjoy a film and one of us won't. But that's what makes it unique, because we all have our like opinions. We're all fans of these movies, and we're all fans of the stuff that we enjoy. And we are going to be passionate about it. We are going to have our opinions. And sometimes it may not match each other's, but hey, that's what makes it unique.
Indeed. But yeah, so Jenna Ortega, Dewey, the cast, I still feel the same way as I did back then when it comes to Melissa Barrera, whatever her last name is.
I'll get it.
Not a diss, not a slight at her, you know, not a diss at her. I just found her act to be very wooden at times.
Yeah,
Melissa Barrera. I do like the idea of Sam's character. I do like what they were going with, that she has this inner killer in her, that she unleashed, that she's been holding back in, and she finally unleashed at the end. I'm really curious to see what they do with the character. Like, how much did her just tearing Jack Quaid to pieces will change her. I'm curious to see where they go with it, you know, because and maybe what they I don't know if Skeet Ulrich will come back and he'll continue being a ghost. Not a ghost, but like he is in her head.
Yeah. I don't see his name listed in the cast for Scream 6 just yet.
Okay. So I'm curious to see where they go. Like will she eventually, just because she got that taste for blood, that she'll eventually turn to the dark side, or maybe she'll use it for good? You know, maybe she'll kind of like the Incredible Hulk. You know, like this big monster is used to defeat the bad guy. So
I reckon that's where they might go.
Yes. Yeah, so I am intrigued where they go with the character. And clearly, like I said, they clearly was going to pass the torch to Sydney to her. I mean, that's clear as day.
Yeah.
Just hopefully Melissa's acting just gets better. Like I said, she's a good-looking woman. She just needs to add some charisma.
Yeah.
I mean, Jenna Ortega's acting circles around her.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Melissa, she has got the acting chops. She just needs to find that spark, as my teacher would say. You need to find that spark, and once you find that spark, you'll be able to do anything with it.
Okay, what else? Mikey Madsen as Amber. Like I said, I just knew from the moment I saw her that she's the killer. Like I said, she just looked like she wants to kill somebody. She always had a scowl on her face every time she was on screen. I was like, oh, she's the killer. She's the killer. You can just see it. Every scene she was in, she had a scowl on her face. And it's like, oh, she's the killer. She's the killer.
Damn right, yeah.
Like I said, at first, in her reveals, I thought that she was hamming it up. But then, like I said, I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, how her character was in that movie. I'm like, oh, so they basically told her to act the same way. So it doesn't annoy me as much as it did at the first time I saw it. But yeah, I thought she gives a good performance. She definitely looks like a crazy chick. And like I said, if I was at a wrestling show and she was at a bar, I had a couple of drinks in me, I would partake in the devil's pussy. Fuck it. I would just make sure that I don't tell her, give her my real name, and
don't give her your phone number.
Don't give her my phone number because she does look like the type that will stalk. But hey, listen, look, Johnny Depp made the mistake. A lot of people made the mistake partaking in the devil's pussy, so hey, why not? But yeah, I thought Mike Madsen was good as Amber. Jack Quaid was good. He played like I said, once he's being like the quirky, kind of goofy, never saw the Stab series, and it's like he might be the killer. What gave it away for me was in the hospital, and he only had like a slice on the arm. Like he didn't like Amber didn't try to kill him. I was like, oh, he might be in on it.
For me, I sussed him out just by looking at his face.
At his face, yeah.
I didn't think that was one of the killers, though. I thought it was one of the others.
Yeah, and I just got a DM said I thought it was gonna be Sam. Yeah, I mean it was definitely a possibility they could have gone with that route. I just think that would have been too on the nose. I wouldn't have been mad at it if she was revealed to be because it makes logical sense. I think it would have been too obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and plus it's not Scream style to do something like that on the nose.
Well, I mean, they could still do something where it's like they make it so obvious. The movie, me and you would be like, oh, it's so obvious. There's no way they could do it, and they still do it.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, I'm trying to think if I had any negatives. Oh yeah, the belief. I'm saying it's movies, and I'm saying some disbelief, but there's no way in hell you could tell me that a little ass girl, teenage girl at that, could get into a struggle with a grown ass man like David Arquette and rip his guts out the way she did.
Oh, she stabbed him in the guts, stabbed him in the spine, and cut his spine and guts in half.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, really. Like it would have made sense if they said she had like MMA training or boxing experience, but she was a goth girl, like just crazy goth girl. It's like okay. The negative, I said it. Melissa Barrera. I thought it'd be a negative. I thought her.
That's my negative too. I think that her acting was. I mean, it was good, but it was not as believable as I was expecting it to be.
It was as bland as a white sheet of paper. It was like it was chicken. It was chicken wings with no seasoning. It was just bland. It's like
watching her emotion about her sister was like watching paint dry.
That was the moment too. Like when I saw her react and her sister get stabbed, I was like, really? That's your reaction? Okay.
I know.
And
right?
it was like, why couldn't Tara be the okay?
Like I said, I blame the casting director.
And maybe I could have gone with a little bit more. No. I would have liked if we had a moment when Dewey, Gale, and Sydney were all on screen together.
Yeah. They should have had that. Oh, and by the way, the casting director or casting by was Rich Della, dude. Bad choice on the lead role.
I mean, unless if it goes where I think it's gonna go, I'll be fine with it.
I hope so too.
But I kind of would have liked if we had a moment with Dewey, Gale, and Sydney like on screen together before Dewey dies.
At least they had that moment, so that was a good thing.
Yes. At least Courtney and Dewey had a moment, which was one of the best scenes in the movie. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if there's any more negatives.
Here's a negative for me. I kind of had a suspicion Dewey was going to get it because if you remember watching that Scream trailer and you saw Gail Weathers look like she was being held back by cops, that should have been my warning sign right there.
Yeah. And a couple of fans kind of took the whole toxic fandom. Like some people kind of took it as Hollywood, bitching at the fans, about how they're very vocal about their decisions. Which I can understand some fans, would feel that way. This is just Hollywood, they're just lashing out, which is understandable because Hollywood has been putting out some bullshit lately. Lightyear, for example.
I've heard about how bad that one is. I've heard.
But there are situations where there are crazed fans like that. I mean, Misery was an example of a toxic fan. So
Kathy Bates playing that crazy the sledgehammer to the ankles. That makes my fucking skin itch every time I see that.
I mean, Eminem had a song about it called "Stan." So I can understand both sides. Where some fans are like, oh, this is just Hollywood just bitching at us. When we don't like their movies, which I could see that.
I just thought of another movie that had a good example of a crazed fan. That one with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes, The Fan.
The Fan, yeah. So I understand both sides of the coin of both perspectives. What about you? Where are you at on the whole toxic fandom? Like, do you think it was just Hollywood just being slick, talking shit to the audience, or do you think it's just like them just saying like, no, there really are some crazy ass fans, and we'll take this shit too far?
The crazy thing is, as much as it might be a sly dig, there is a lot of truth to it as well. I've seen my fair share of toxic fans. I've seen my fair share of them on places. I've heard it in conventions when I've been to them. I've heard it in like normal gossip and shit. So it is a thing. There are toxic fans out there that will take shit too far. I mean, I touched on the subject briefly when we were talking about that issue with the video game developer. Remember that? So the toxic fandom thing, it is an issue. I can understand Hollywood kind of pointing that out there. And I know some of those toxic fans are going to get pissy about it, but it's like, that's the thing about entertainment media and art in general. It's like holding the mirror up to someone, and it's up to them if they're going to like what they see or not. So that's the thing about movies. This is the thing you can agree on, man. When it comes to movies, video games, music, wrestling, any form of entertainment that tells a story, that tells a subject matter, it's like putting the mirror in front of someone and saying, hey, are you okay with how things are with this? If that
for sure.
makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. So the motive between the kills made sense. It made sense. But Scream 2022, you know what? Thumbs up. Didn't hate it. Didn't piss me off. Not nearly as violent and dark. Like this is not anywhere close as violent as Scream 4 was.
Yeah.
There's literally a scene when a whole bedroom is just drenched in blood. Like
Scream 4 over here was a 15, and this one was an 18.
Right, exactly. So it's like kind of relax, on the it's so much bloodier and it's so much darker. I'm just like, it's not that much darker. Granted, there was some dark kills, but it's like it's not that much darker.
See how far they take it in the next one.
And it's not nearly as bad as some of the critics say that it is. So you say, it's absolute shit. It's the Alien 3 of the Scream franchise. I'm like, okay, relax. And I fucking hate Alien 3.
You want to hear something crazy? Unless you see the assembly cut version, that's the version of Alien 3 I don't mind.
Guess what, Paul? Both versions suck, okay? Because you kill, listen, fuck, you kill Hicks and Newt in the opening credits. Fuck out of here.
Okay, that's the one thing I know. I agree with you there, man. That was bullshit that they did.
That was straight up bullshit, bro.
Yeah, I didn't mind the rest of the film, but I just felt them killing off Hicks and Newt. Like, I'm like, dude, come on, man. You can't be doing that.
And all that shit for Ripley to, like, we went through all this shit with Ripley, you know, finally overcoming her fear, getting a surrogate daughter, only for her to die. You know, like, oh, kiss the blackest part of my ass. But, watch my review on Alien 3. You'll get my full thoughts.
We'll probably do watch-alongs of these movies at some point.
At some point, yeah. Yeah, where I would rank Scream 5. Like I said, it's still the same. It's 1 is the superior one. 4, I believe, is a little bit stronger. I think it was a little bit more believable, especially with Jill's motive. Yes, 1, 4, 5. This one. Then 2 and 3. I think that's a good majority of the fans' rankings.
That's pretty much the same order I got it in as well. Fun movie.
Speaking, what happened to your Eminem stream? Is it still up? Oh, it's still up. I just got it locked. You know, I just got it locked right now. But hey, if you want to see it, I'll probably post it back up. I'll just maybe send you a link. But yeah, Scream 5, good movie. I would definitely watch it in the rotation for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so just to let you guys know, these next couple weeks are gonna be busy for me. I got shows up the ass these next couple weekends. I got a show on both Friday and Saturdays, and I'm gonna be in Georgia on the 15th and 16th. Yes, rest. Don't know yet, but I'm going to be making my Georgia wrestling debut in a couple weeks. So don't know when my next day will be free for me to do the Gorehound show. But when we do it, we are going to be watching. Actually, Paul, I know I have my pick. I've been kind of been wrestling with these two picks because it is 4th of July time. And I actually just recently watched this movie again.
Let's hear it. What you got?
Hey, I'm going to put it in the private chat. Give me
is it what
second.
I think it is? 4th of July. The only horror movie I can think of that's set during that period. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Is that what you were wrestling between?
Yes.
I fucking knew it.
Yes. Yes. So I'm just kind of like, nah. You know what? Fuck. We'll stay on. We'll stay on course. We're next Gorehound show. We are going to be watching a favorite in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Some people say is the best one after the first one.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors.
Oh yeah, and gotta admit, damn good song to kick it off with.
It's not my favorite. My favorite is 4. I know that may sound crazy to some people, but that's is
crazy at all. I think that's a good pick as well.
Yes. Nightmare on Elm Street 4 is my favorite one, but Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is my third favorite. For me, it's 4, 1, 3. New Nightmare.
New Nightmare was cool.
2.
2's not bad.
Then Freddy's Dead, and 5. I do not like 5 at all.
Fifth one was a misfire. And what was so fucking disappointed about it, what was crazy about it, is that the guy who did that went on to do Predator 2.
Stephen, what the fuck is his name? I knew Stephen Hawkins. Yes, Stephen Hawkins. Yes, indeed. Which went on to do one of the most underrated sequels ever, Predator 2.
Mm-hmm.
So the next show will be Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 3, The Dream Warriors. And Paul, once again, what's your pick after that?
Well, for my pick after Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, I'm going to be starting a bit of a zombie trend, and we're going to kick it off with the first of 2 movies in this series. It is the South Korean zombie horror flick Train to Busan, and then they have the sequel afterwards called Peninsula. And I figure we would watch these ones because I found out that there's going to be a Hollywood remake being done called Last Train to New York, and it's being directed by the guy who did The Night Comes for Us. So this will be his Hollywood debut. Will they let him go unleashed with the violence on that remake? We'll see. But until then, we're going to introduce you all to the originals before we see the new Hollywood version.
Cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there, folks. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed Primetime Gorehounds of watching a Scream 5. And hopefully you guys have a great 4th of July. Enjoy lighting those fireworks. Enjoy eating some good barbecue. And have a good time hanging around with some family and friends. And please do not blow your dicks off with the fireworks, okay? Just be careful.
Don't blow your face up twice like I did.
Yes, just please be careful, okay? But yeah, everyone have a good time. I'm gonna give me some barbecue here really soon. My second filling. Oh God, Coach Franklin would kill me right now. But
when he sees you.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get an earful. Just like, you got fat over the weekend, huh? That's like, yeah, I did. Okay. But yeah, so everyone be safe. Have a good night, and thank you for hanging out with us. And we are out. Peace.
Laters.